Hey guys, I'm I'm in Kosovo. I enter last days in Kosovo. The first city. Actually, I'm standing on the tower of Saint Mother Teresa Cathedral in Pristina, but I'm going to get here in a minute. So I told you that the first town that I've been was Mitrovica, a city split in half by the Ebro River, and they also are split between Albanians and Serbians. There is still a bit of tension over there, at least at vocal level, as some people told me. Found there's some pretty interesting things, took some pictures, but then I come here in Pristina, the capital of Kosovo. Kosovo is actually a country that has around 2 million inhabitants, and Pristina has like 200,000. 150,000 are in urban area, the other ones in surroundings, and it's a pretty new city. But let's go back to the country, because the Kosovo actually, the etymology of the word, the name, comes from the blackbird. And blackbird actually is the name of the field where Battle of Kosovo took place in 1389. It's a pretty turning point in their history. Actually, they have the same history like in old Serbian territory. We are not going to talk about much of this. They have also some symbols, important symbols. Most of them we are going to find it here in Pristina. They have Kosovo on all territory of Kosovo was inhabited like more than 10,000 years ago. They have Starčevo, Vinka Turdash, Vinka culture, and a symbol of Pristina actually is the goddess on the throne. It's a clay female figure dated from 3,500 years ago. And actually it's the symbol of Pristina. You can find it in the Museum of Kosovo, that is right in Pristina, here in Pristina. Then the Dardani kings. There was a king there when he brought together a few tribes, and they formed the Dardani culture. And afterwards the Celts came in 2nd century before Christ. Then in 168 before Christ, the Romans came, and probably somewhere in the 4th century, Serbian tribes arrived here. Then an important event was the Battle of Kosovo. I've told you that already. It took place in 1389, when some say that the outcome wasn't pretty clear. Neither the Turks, neither the Serbian wins. But as Ottomans were always many, they came with troops after the battle, and of course they overcome and took the reign of this territory. Then then they started to build actually lots of Ottomans and Turkish things around this territory, and their reign actually lasted until 1912, when the fall of the Ottoman Empire started, and from 1912 they retreat from this territory. Now the important population is formed by Albanians, and the most common religion, actually there are 95% Albanians in all Kosovo, and probably also around 95% Muslims. During the communism era, there was a motto like destroy the old and construct the new, and that we can see all around Pristina, because there are pretty new buildings around here. One of them is the National Library of Kosovo. Some voices are saying that it's the ugliest building in the world, being with that net all over the walls and the domes. Near to her there's a Christian church that probably been built a few years ago, but the work stopped, and they are stopped many years before because the weeds all over the place over there. As I told you, I'm in the tower of Mother Teresa. She became a saint a few years ago. She was canonized, I think, that last year. Also a controversial figure. This country actually was the core of the Serbian medieval state, and also the seat of Serbian Orthodox Church from the 14th century. In 1999, the last war began, the Kosovo War, and in the same year actually also the Serbian troops withdrew from Serbia. And it was then made an establishment of the UN interim administration mission, and since then Kosovo is under their surveillance. The currency here is euro, and 111 UN country recognized its sovereignty. The highest peak, mountain peak in Kosovo is Jaranica with 2,656 meters. Probably going to get there if the weather allows me the next days. It has like 426 protected monuments, from which 26 are here in Pristina. This cathedral of Mother Teresa, Saint Mother Teresa, it's a pretty new building. And like most of the buildings there are in Pristina. But they also managed to preserve like 4 mosques, a restored Orthodox church, and it's the only one that still performs services. The name is Saint Nicholas Church. Been there, it's closed now. There are very few Orthodox people in all Kosovo. An Ottoman bath with a public fountain, a clock tower that people were announced when to pray and when to close their shops. We're going to see them probably in my next video up close. And also we're going to see probably two mosques. They are close to the clock tower. And the first president of Kosovo was Ibrahim Rugova. It has a statue and many things dedicated to him. Another important symbol of Kosovo, and especially Pristina, is Skanderberg figure. Or George Castriot. He lived between 1405 and 1468. It was an Albanian nobleman and military commandant. He died of malaria in Lecce, Republic of Venice. He signed itself as Lord of Albania. He was born Christian, then converted to Islam for 20 years, then reconverted again in a Christian religion. He was very good in military skills, and he was actually a major obstacle to the Ottoman expansion, and he was considered by many of Western Europe to be a model of Christian resistance against the Ottoman Muslims. The name actually comes from the Turks Iskender Bey, that means Lord Alexander, or leader Alexander, because his skills have been comparison of those of Alexander the Great. He died at 62 years old. It's pretty freezing here in Pristina, like 5 degrees. My hand and my face are a bit frozen. This guy actually from his acts and deeds was created lots of poems, stories, legends, myths, and so on, written by all kind of chronicles and people during the history, even modern ones. Tomorrow we are going to go up close to the mosque. A couple of them, we see them in the distance. There are 3 of them really close one to each other. Over there is the walking boulevard. I still haven't made my itinerary so far through Kosovo, but I will try to do it the next days. And I'll see you probably tomorrow with a small movie in the mosque. I hopefully going to get to enter there, and who knows, probably even climb into a minaret. Would be the first time for me. And see you tomorrow.